Our topic is fate.
Well, let me just say, I feel that spiritual health is hope. Whatever your spiritual belief is, whatever it is, you have to have hope, something to live towards that's going to be better. I also feel that fate can be influenced by genetics. It can be influenced by our environment, by our surroundings, by how we were raised. But we have control of our fate. Just because we were raised in an abusive family does not mean that we have to be abusive. We have control of our fate. We can determine the direction that our fate goes in. Now, is this going to be something that's going to happen overnight? No. It may be work, it may be counseling, it may be medication, or whatever you need. But you have to decide what your fate is, whether you want a good outcome or whether you don't want a good outcome. There are things in life that don't have to be taught. It does not have to be one of the 10 commandments. Everybody knows you don't walk in Walmart, pick up something, and walk out the door without paying for it. Nobody had to teach you that. Nobody had to tell you that. There are some things that you know not to do. But when you get in the situation that fate becomes genetic, yes, you're going to need some help. But it all starts with you. You cannot get the help until you say, hey, I've got a problem. And I don't want my outcome. I don't want my future. I don't want my fate in life to end up this way. So I think it's all in you.
I like it. All right. So very, very intrinsic, internal fate,
Yes.
and you control it. You control it.
I feel like you definitely control your fate. You have a choice. You have a choice to go down this path or go down another path. But sometimes you also in control with the work. You have to do the work sometimes to get there.
Where on your life journey did you learn this tip?
Well, in my life journey, I have had some situations in my life. I was molested at a young age. I was in an abusive
Jeez.
marriage for 7 years, physically and mentally abusive. So I realized in counseling and really looking at why do I attract these type of people, in my life? How can I let go of the anger and the hate that I had towards the person that did this to me as a child? So in myself, I did not want to continue to live my life with that person. I didn't want to continue to live my life with the hate, with the disgust, with
Yeah.
the lack of confidence and ability to be the person that I wanted to be, the person that I am today. So I made that decision to change my fate. And by learning by the things that I had gone through in my life, and ultimately, after years, understanding that the person that hurt me was also hurt mentally.
Yep. Yep.
So
Very true.
it wasn't totally about me. It was about that person that hurt me. My husband that was abusive, it wasn't anything that I brought to the table. It was him and what he was going through, and what he had to deal with, which came out on me. And a lot of people, Austin, use the word hate very, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I really don't know if they really understand what it means to actually hate somebody, because it actually can consume you. So I made the decision that I didn't want to live with this hate in my life and have that be my fate ultimately. That I didn't want to carry on my back this feeling of hate. And it's really not mine. It's it's somebody else's. So I didn't want that fate in my life.
Yeah.
So I decided to do the work. And at 61, I've been divorced over 20 something years, but I can say right
Okay.
now, in the last 10 years, I've been able to deal with what I went through during the marriage, accept the person I am now, know the person I am now, and that way I'm going to change my fate going forward. I'm not going to attract that type of person anymore because I know my worth. I know what I'm
Sure.
worth, and
Good
I
for you.
know who I am. So I definitely think that you can change it. You have to put in the work and you have to admit that you need to change.